even though this is even though yes, this is all about stopping Silco, which is putting down a person who's oppressed.
But Jace wasn't willing to kill Silco.
He wasn't.
Jace didn't even ask for Silco to give himself up. He says you can't make a deal with the snake and cut off the head of the snake. He wants to make the deal with Silco, and he needs Silco there to make sure, like, that Zahn doesn't get violent. So, but he still needs someone to point the finger at. And so, if we're talking someone who's really, like, oppressed, Jinx has the most trauma in the show.
Yes.
And she's mentally ill. She grew up poor, lost her parents twice, lost her family due to incarceration. Like, Silco has a victim complex, and that's how he justifies things. And another important point is that any human is susceptible to evil. No one is immune from it. And suffering doesn't make you immune from doing bad things. It actually makes it more likely that you'll do bad things.
So is Jinx secretly the best villain then in Arcane?
Here, I would argue...
Well, she's not a villain.
She's not the hero.
No, she is the hero.
I think Mel is the villain, and Jinx is the only, like... she's crazy, but she's the only one crazy enough to tear down, like, what's there. Tear down the class structures.
Yeah.
And she's the one who kills Silco. I'll mind you, she's the only one who would be like, Silco, you're a bad dude, you need to die.
But I thought it was an accident, though. I thought she does it when she's insane.
No, I just saw it. Yeah, okay. Well, she is insane, and she does, like...
I thought it's in a trance sequence. I thought it's in a trance sequence, like when she's under, like, her mania.
It's because he's trying to manipulate her. Like, he's telling her she has to kill Vi and Caitlyn, and she knows she can't. And then, so she does kind of do it. It's an emotional decision, but she does it because Silco is being Silco. He's doing Silco-y things.
So Jinx is the hero of Arcane.
Jinx is the hero of Arcane, even though no one wants to give her credit, because it's like, oh no, she blows people up. She's a terrorist. But shit is fucked, and it's been fucked the whole show.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't fix everything, but I can at least destroy what's keeping people down.
I mean, how you play Jinx, right? Yeah. So you know, she's first main, but also, I mean, she's she's also freaking in League of Legends, voiced by Sarah Williams, and Sarah Williams character. I mean, partially because the goodness from Sarah Williams is partially from Jinx, but I mean, she's also a lot of other characters I like. Nonetheless, I guess, how is the difference between, her voice lines in League of Legends? How is the difference between her? I think the largest difference between any character is Heimerdinger, and League Heimerdinger.
Oh, and Arcane.
And Arcane is the biggest difference.
Catch a glimpse of the future! Time. I've seen this power in the wrong hands. It corrupts, consumes.
But the Arcane version of Jinx is much sadder than League of Legends Jinx. League of Legends Jinx is crazy, and she talks to her guns, but she's just having a great time in League of Legends. Because she's just, she's she herself separates from reality, but she tries to hold on. She fights back the voices in her head, while Jace does separate from reality in that he doesn't want to believe Zahn is as bad as it is, and he doesn't want to think that Mel is as bad as she is. So he kind of has this hopeful view of if I just broker the peace, then everything will be okay. But what would really end up happening is things would get a little bit better for Zahn, but then they would still be in charge, like have Silco in charge, and Silco's job will be keeping Zahn from revolting and keeping, like, they wouldn't be wealthy in Zahn. They would just be allowed to leave, which, is something, but they don't have much that they can take with them. Because their only real export that only they could make was Shimmer. And Silco agreed to stop producing Shimmer as part of the peace deal. And if Jace needed to have Jinx, so like he would have someone to blame everything on, and so things could go back to normal, where the council has total unchecked power, and the working class and the poor of Zahn don't have a voice in like what actually happens.
Yeah.
So Jace thinks he's doing the right thing, but he's gonna, like, they'd end up in the same place, essentially, with slight improvements for Zahn, where the council like stays at the top and they do whatever they need to maintain that, and they would still have total control over education and everything.